Hello, third graders, and welcome back to day 2 of Author's Purpose. Yesterday, we learned how to use key details from a text to identify the author's purpose, or why the author wrote the passage. I am Mrs. Crawley, and I can't wait to continue our study today. The materials you will need will be the reworked.org text, A Tricky Monkey, the Author's Purpose graphic organizer. And if you cannot get these things from the RPS lesson page, that is okay. You can use a sheet of paper as well and follow along with me. And you will need something to write with. What will you be able to do after today's lesson? You will be able to use a graphic organizer to identify the author's purpose. You will also be able to identify text evidence that supports the author's purpose, just like we did yesterday. So you may be asking yourself, well, what is a graphic organizer? A graphic organizer is a tool that we can use to help organize our key details from the text. It'll allow us to put what we found into a neat little box. It's not always a box. And it will help us think about, well, why did the author write this? What was the purpose? So this graphic organizer is really going to help us be focused on what we're doing today. Let's review author's purpose. When I think of author's purpose, I think of PIDE: persuade, inform, entertain, explain, describe. And this week, we'll really be working on persuade, inform, and entertain. Yesterday's text about Patsy was a biography that informed us about her life. So, how do we identify the author's purpose? We use evidence from the text, and today we will use a graphic organizer. When we're learning, we always need a focus for our learning. For today's focus question, how do you identify the author's purpose in a passage? You want to keep this focus question in the front of your mind as we continue today's lesson. So our story for today is A Tricky Monkey. A tricky monkey. Kojo the monkey lived in the rainforest. There were lots of monkeys in Kojo's part of the forest. Kojo had many brothers and sisters. That was good because Kojo had many monkeys to play with. But Kojo liked to get attention too. That was hard to do with so many monkeys around. One day, Kojo decided to play a trick on the other monkeys. "Leopard," Kojo cried, "a leopard is coming." The monkeys scrambled. They climbed up to the highest tree branches. They shook with fear. Leopards like to eat monkeys. Kojo laughed. "Aha, just kidding," he said. Kojo's aunt, Amma, scolded him. "Nobody likes a liar, Kojo." Kojo felt bad for a little while, but he soon got bored. A few days later, he did it again. "Leopard," Kojo cried, "a leopard is coming." The monkey scrambled again. Kojo laughed. "Ha, just kidding again," he said. Aunt Amma shook her head. "Be careful, Kojo. Nobody will believe anything you say if you keep this up." The monkeys were all pretty upset with Kojo. They ignored him. Kojo sat in a tree branch, bored and lonely. Then he saw a shadow on the ground below. A hungry-looking leopard padded across the rainforest floor. "Leopard, a leopard is coming for real this time," Kojo yelled. None of the monkeys paid any attention to him. The leopard was headed right for them. Kojo knew what he had to do. "Here, leopard, over here," he yelled. The leopard chased Kojo. Kojo climbed up the highest branches. The other monkeys now saw the leopard, and they climbed into the trees too. The leopard could not climb as high as the monkeys. She gave up and walked away. Kojo was relieved. The other monkeys were glad that Kojo had tried to save them. They forgave him for lying and played with him again. And Kojo became someone they could trust. I hope you liked that story. So now let's go back into the text, A Tricky Monkey. So what do I know about this text? I know that this is a fiction text because the monkey is talking. Kojo is talking, and monkeys don't usually talk. So let's look here. Leopard, Kojo cried. A leopard is coming. Well, the monkey is talking, so it's definitely a fiction text. And here he says, ha, just kidding. He's talking again. And in the third paragraph, I see that his aunt scolded him. And she said to him, again, another monkey is talking. Nobody likes a liar, Kojo. So right there, those are some key details that tells me it's a fiction text. And I think it's funny that that monkeys are talking to each other in the rainforest. So it's funny to me. I'm enjoying this story. Let's see. Also, right here, it says Kojo decided to play tricks on other monkeys. So Kojo likes to have fun. And it's being fun is okay, but if you're playing tricks on someone and it's hurting them, that's not okay. But I know that Kojo is fun loving and he likes to joke around. Let's see. Again, I see that Kojo yells, ha, just kidding. So again, here Kojo is talking. Lots of evidence that shows me he's talking. That again helps me understand this is a fiction story. And his aunt again tells him to be careful. Let's see. So now I have all of this evidence, key details from the text. So now it's time for me to decide, well, what is the author's purpose? So let's go to our graphic organizer. We're going to put what we found into our graphic organizer, and it's going to help us identify the author's purpose. All right. So detail one is that this is a fiction story, and we figured that out because the monkeys are talking to each other. So story is fiction. Another detail that we found was that the monkeys in the story talk. Monkeys speak to each other, right? And that part, that made me laugh. And I especially love the part how his aunt scolded him and told him he should not do that. And we also found that Kojo loves to play tricks on his, loves to play tricks on his friends. Right there. So if I use these three details, it's a fiction story, the monkeys speak to each other, and Kojo loves to play tricks on his friends. And the story, I really enjoyed this story. Oh, enjoy. I laughed a little bit. I hope you laughed a little bit. Oh, the author's purpose was to entertain us with a story about a tricky little monkey. So I am going to write entertain. Thumbs up, Mrs. Crawley, and thumbs up, awesome third graders. So if you would like, you can pause the video right here and fill out your graphic organizer, or use your own sheet of paper and copy this graphic organizer. Once you've done that, continue the video and we'll continue our lesson. All right, welcome back. So let's think about today's focus question. How do you, how did I'm going to say we, identify the author's purpose in today's story, A Tricky Monkey? Hmm. Well, we found key details from the story. We found that it was a fiction story. We found that the monkeys in the story talked to each other, which was hilarious. His aunt would scold him. We saw that he loved to play tricks. He enjoyed playing tricks on his friends. So we used that. We took those details, we put them into our graphic organizer to help us organize our thinking. And we found that the author wrote A Tricky Monkey to entertain us. So we're just building upon what we did yesterday. Yesterday, we identified the key details. Today, we took those key details and we put them into a graphic organizer to help organize and focus our thinking. Awesome. Well, you're going to take everything from yesterday and today, and you're going to extend your thinking. You will choose one activity from the third grade ELA choice board. It can be found on the RPS at Home third grade learning page, week 9, or you can type this address into your address bar and use what you know to complete one of the activities. I've enjoyed our time together today, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye.